Right, we're coming over here now. Look at this. Beauty, beauty. Look at all these ripe for picking flowers on this lettuce. Look at that. And then, of course, you still have the blooms that haven't yet opened. So a couple of days ago, these were nice yellow flowers. Now they are fuzz, ready to pick. And I'm just gonna pick them. Look at that. I'm just picking the fuzzy ones. Sometimes a little bit of a stem comes off. I'm not worried about it. I'm just more worried about getting the entire ball of seed. I just want to reiterate, how do we know that these seeds are ripe? Do you see this? It kind of resembles, the tip kind of resembles a dandelion tip just before the wind blows it away, or you can blow on it and the little furry parts will disperse with the seeds. That is how you know it is ready. And you take it off and it comes off in a bowl. In a ball. And then, hold on. You can put the ball directly in, or you can open it up into the bowl. There you go, you see? The flower ball opens up and the seeds are dry. It's easy to drop everything at this point, so you have to be careful. Your fingers will become just slightly sticky, from the stem, but it's okay. That stickiness will actually help the seed stick to your fingers to help keep it from falling off. It's not terribly sticky, and it's not always sticky, but sometimes. And then you just put it in the bowl. Now you see sometimes the stems come off. For the most part, I'm not worried about it. You see, those stems came from this plant and there's still plenty of stems left. Sometimes it happens, so don't worry about it if it does happen. And sometimes, like what just happened now, is that the ball will open up and the seeds will scatter on the ground. Well, that's not a big deal either, because it just means that next year you'll have lettuce growing there. Anyway, I'm going to finish all of these and then get back to you. This is what I mean by sticky. See those seeds? You see that? They will stick to you. And that's okay. Okay, you want to make sure that you don't get the flowers that are somewhat open like that. Those aren't ready yet. Those are definitely not ready yet. See, like over here, that's not ready yet. It's not dry enough yet. It's not ready. And you want to make sure you get the ones where the fuzz has already fallen off. Looks like that. The fuzz has fallen off. See that? The seeds are there. So you want to make sure that you get that one. There are quite a few of these. So make sure to not forget those that the fuzz fell. So you gotta look, you gotta examine. It doesn't take very long to take the seed balls off of the plant. It doesn't take long at all. However, the entire process can take weeks, because you see, I have removed all the ripe seeds and I still have loads of flowers. These are going to turn yellow, and then I get to repeat the process of picking them. So, look at that. You see that? So this is a process that takes weeks. Actually, these have already bloomed and now they are doing their seeding process. It's a mix. Some have bloomed, some have not. So I began collecting the lettuce seeds about a week and a half ago. and I come out here, you know, I've come out 3 times now to do collections. Doesn't take very long each time, you know, a couple of minutes, but you do have to be patient and allow the plant to finish going through the process. All right, here we go. These are the seeds that I've picked so far. We still have many, many flowers left on the plants to go to seed, but you see that? All those dark spots, those are seeds. I have a couple hundred seeds in here. I'm pretty certain about that. Now, one thing that is really, really important is that, right, sometimes some of the stem will come off, even some of the flowers will come off with it. And we're talking about a really large quantity of flowers. So I'm not too particularly worried if I pick off some of the stems sometimes. However, if you have only a few flower heads, then you must really be careful about taking off the stems. So you have to separate these stems. Whatever was in the bowl, you have to separate them. You cannot have any of the green left in here. You cannot. And the reason is because this green has a very, very good chance of molding. You don't want mold in your seeds. If you have mold in your seeds go bad because they will also mold. So you have to make sure that everything is separated. Now, you have some of the fuzz still left in here, and you've got the dried stem. That's okay. I leave those. That's fine. Even if you have, like, in the balls, and you don't separate the seeds from the balls, that's fine. Just make sure that everything is dry. Now, I'm going to let these sit for another couple of days on the counter. It's warm out. It's not very humid where I live, but I still want to make sure that these are dry before I wrap them up and save them for next year. I store these seeds in either plastic Ziploc bags or in little paper bags that I can fold the flap down a number of times to make sure that it's sealed. And that's it. I write the year that I collected them, and they're ready to go for the next year or 2 or 3. I've even had these seeds be good 4 years later. So, but you really want to try to use them the next season. But how do we know where the seeds are? You see, the seeds are dark. Sometimes, depending on the type of lettuce, the seeds are a very, very light gray to a creamy color. And when I put these in a package, I don't separate it. I just put it into one bag. But you see, this is a yellow flower there. I have to go through this again, and I just have to make sure that there are no colors in here. No colors. No yellow, no green, no colors. Until next time.